Good morning, my dear students. Hope that you are fine. I am also fine by the grace of Allah. In the previous class, you have seen that we have discussed chapter 8. The name of the chapter is Chemistry and Energy. Today, I will do some mathematical problems from this chapter. So, I have written a question. All of you see the board. I have written methane plus chlorine react together to produce carbon tetrachloride and hydrochloric acid. So these all are in gaseous condition, gas, this is also gas, this is also gas, this is also gas. So the bond energy is of carbon hydrogen, carbon chlorine, chlorine chlorine and hydrogen chlorine are given. So from this reaction we have to find out the value of del S. Okay, let's start. All of you write it in your classwork copy. Let's start. Solution. So reaction is given, it is methane plus chlorine, then to produce carbon tetrachloride, it is gas, then 4 hydrochloric acid, it is also gas. So now we can write, we know that the valency of carbon is 4, so we can write the methane like this. Then chlorine can be written like this. Then carbon tetrachloride, it can be written carbon chlorine, carbon chlorine, carbon chlorine, carbon chlorine plus 4 hydrogen and chlorine. So I have just shown you the bonds. How many bonds? Carbon hydrogen bonds here 4. Here carbon chlorine bonds 4. So these 4 carbon hydrogen bonds, it is in the reactant. So it breaks up and produces 4 carbon chlorine bonds. And here chlorine chlorine bonds, it's breaking and producing hydrogen and chlorine bonds. So now here what are the bond energy given? Here carbon hydrogen bond, it is given 414 kilojoule per mole. Then carbon chlorine bond, it is given 326 kilojoule per mole. Then chlorine bond, it is given bond energy 244 kilojoule per mole. Then hydrogen chlorine bond energy, it is 431 kilojoule per mole. So these are the bond energy given. We have to find out, at first we will find out the bond breaking energy. So how many bonds are breaking? 4 carbon and hydrogen. So it will be 4 into 414 plus. Then how many chlorine? It is also 4, so it will multiply 4 into 244. Okay, now by using calculator, we can easily find it out. Okay, it will be 414 into 4 equal, then plus 244 into 4. So we have got the answer 26. It will be 2632 kilojoule per mole. Then bond forming energy. Here also carbon chlorine 4 bonds. So it will multiply 4 into 326 plus. Then hydrogen chlorine, it is also 4, then multiply 431. Okay, now it is kilojoule So let's see, 326 into 4 equal, then plus 431 into 4 equal, then we have got it 3028 kilojoule. Now we have to find out the del S. Everybody know that in the previous class you have told the del S equal bond breaking energy minus bond forming energy. It is B1, it is B2. So B1 minus B2. Okay. Therefore del S equal bond breaking energy minus bond forming energy. Okay, now we have got bond breaking energy, it is 2632 minus, and we have got bond forming energy, it is 3028. Okay, it is kilojoule. Now if we minus by calculator, you can do it, then it will be minus 396 kilojoule, minus 396 kilojoule. Okay, like this. So you can find out the del S from the reaction. Okay, all of you try to understand it and write it in your classwork copy. Okay, now second math. Second math I have written methane plus chlorine. So this is dichloromethane plus hydrochloric acid. The bond energies are the same as given the previous one. So now let's start the solution. At first we have to write the reaction. It is methane plus chlorine. It is producing CH2Cl2 plus 2HCl. So these are in gaseous condition, gaseous condition, gaseous condition, and also gaseous condition. So now in bond form we can write it. Carbon has 4 bond with hydrogen. Then chlorine, it is here 2 chlorine, so 2 chlorine, chlorine. Then carbon, hydrogen, hydrogen, and chlorine 2 plus 2HCl. Okay, now in this reaction we can write first one is bond breaking energy. So here 2 bonds are breaking, carbon hydrogen, carbon hydrogen, carbon chlorine, carbon chlorine, and 2 remaining carbon hydrogen. So these 2 are not breaking, so it will multiply only by 2. So 2 into carbon hydrogen, it is given 414 plus, then chlorine and chlorine, it is given 244. Okay, now if we multiply, then it will be 1316 kilojoule, 1316. So this is the bond breaking energy. Now bond forming energy. It is here carbon chlorine, 2 bond is formed, and here 2 bond is breaked. Other 2 bond is as it is. That means everybody see that here carbon hydrogen, carbon hydrogen, carbon hydrogen, carbon hydrogen. Among these 4 bonds, only 2 bonds is broken, and here so bond breaking energy, it is multiplied by 2, and bond forming also, here 2 bonds are formed, that is carbon chlorine and carbon chlorine. So it will multiply also by 2, Carbon chlorine, everybody know that bond energy is 326, then plus hydrogen chlorine, the bond energy is 244, 431. So it will be multiplied 431. Now if we multiply then add, it will be 1514 kilojoule. Okay, now what will be the del S? Therefore del S equal, we know that it is bond breaking energy minus bond forming energy. That means 1316 minus 1514 kilojoule, then it will be minus 198 kilojoule. So we have got the answer in this reaction. It is methane plus chlorine, and we are getting the compound is dichloromethane, and it is hydrochloric acid. In this reaction we see that bond breaking energy is 1316 kilojoule and bond forming energy is 1514 kilojoule. So now del S will be bond breaking energy minus bond forming energy. Then if we minus, then we are getting the answer, it is minus 198 kilojoule. Okay, now everybody write it in your class work copy. Okay, now next question. All of you see that I have written another reaction. It is hydrogen plus oxygen producing water, and del S is given minus 488 kilojoule. In this reaction, the bond energies are hydrogen is 435, oxygen 464 kilojoule per mole. We have to find out the bond energy of oxygen double bond oxygen. Okay, let's start. First of all, we have to write the reaction. It is hydrogen plus oxygen, then produce water. So these all are gaseous form. So we can write hydrogen and hydrogen, it will be single bond plus, but oxygen and oxygen it is double bond. Then water, oxygen, hydrogen. So here it is 2. So in this reaction we have to find out first of all bond breaking energy. Equal. So it will be 2 hydrogen bond. Everybody see that it is 435. So 2 into 435 plus oxygen double bond oxygen. So now it will be 870 plus oxygen double bond oxygen. We can use bracket here. Bracket. Okay, now bond forming energy. Equal. So how many bonds are forming? Oxygen, hydrogen, 2 bonds. So and here is 2. So it will be 4 into oxygen, hydrogen. It is 464. So altogether it will be 1856 kilojoule. Now all of you see that I have written first one is bond breaking energy, then bond forming energy. Now we will write the equation del S. Everybody write it. It has second part. Okay, therefore del S equal bond breaking energy minus bond forming energy. Or here del S is given minus 488. and bond breaking energy, it is 870 plus oxygen, double bond oxygen. So this one I am giving in the second bracket, minus bond forming energy, it is given 1856, or okay, now let's write this in the left side and this one in the right side, or so now 870 plus oxygen, double bond oxygen equal, it will be 1856 minus 488, or oxygen, double bond oxygen, this one will be, if I minus it, it will be 1368. Then this 880 will be in the right side. Therefore, we are getting oxygen, double bond oxygen equal. If I minus, then it will be 498 kilojoule per mole. So we have got the value of oxygen, double bond oxygen. It is bond energy is 498 kilojoule per mole. So in this math, in different way it can be given. First one I have given how to find out the del S from a reaction. So different types of reaction will be given. So I have shown another reaction how to find out the value of del S. Now I have shown del S is given. So from a reaction how to find out the bond energy of oxygen, double bond oxygen. So I have shown that one also. So here we have got the value of oxygen, double bond oxygen, it is 498 kilojoule per mole, and it is answer. So now if you understand these three types of maths, I think you can solve all types of mathematical problem. So all of you write it in your classwork copy and practice. Okay, dear students, now I have written a question. All of you see that I have written what is fossil fuel. So everybody see that I have given the answer also. Plants and animals decompose in soil after death. These substances under different process for thousands of years are converted and stored in the ground of earth as petroleum, coal and natural gas. So these are called fossil fuels. So our question is, what is fossil fuels? So actually the plants or animals, it is dying day by day, and these dead bodies after 1000 years it's converted into stored at the ground of the earth as petroleum, coal and natural gas. So these are called fossil fuels. Okay, now I have written the next question. All of you see that I have written what is photochemical smog. Okay, now the answer is carbon monoxide, nitrous oxide and unburnt gaseous fuel coming into air from exhaust of vehicles from various toxic gases and fumes by different chemical reaction in presence of sunlight. So this is called photochemical smog. Okay, again I am telling what is photochemical smog. Carbon monoxide, I think everybody know carbon monoxide gas, CO, nitrous oxide and unburnt gaseous fuel coming into air from exhaust of vehicles from various toxic gases and fumes by different chemical reaction in presence of sunlight. So this is called photochemical smog. Everybody write it in your classwork copy. Okay, dear students, now I have written another question. All of you see that. Why is ethanol called biofuel? So I have written the answer also. You see the board, I am telling, then you write. Ethanol produces heat on burning minerals fuels like kerosene, petrol, diesel, etc. So ethanol can be used as fuel in heat engine. Again, ethanol is an organic compound which is produced from starches like corn, potato, sugarcane, etc. by fermentation process. So that is why ethanol is called biofuel or organic fuel. So all of you see that why is ethanol called biofuel or organic fuel. So I have written ethanol produces heat on burning mineral fuels like kerosene, petrol, diesel, etc. So ethanol can be used as fuel in heat engine. Ethanol is an organic compound which is produced from starches like corn, potato, sugarcane, etc. by fermentation process. So for this reason, ethanol is called biofuel or organic fuel. Now all of you see that there is a global warming and greenhouse effect also. So what is global warming? You know that carbon dioxide is increasing day by day in the earth's surface. So due to this carbon dioxide, the temperature of earth is increasing day by day. So for this reason the ice is melting. So the temperature is increasing day by day. This is called global warming. Again, the ice in the northern part is melting, so the surface of sea level will high, then the lowland will be damaged, lowland will be flooded. This is called greenhouse effect. So global warming and greenhouse effect you must learn. So dear students, all of you write it. Okay, dear students, now I am giving homework. All of you see that I have given a mathematical problem of chapter 8. You have to find out the value of del H. That means a reaction is given methane plus oxygen, carbon dioxide plus water. So the bond energy of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, double bond oxygen, carbon, double bond oxygen and oxygen, hydrogen bond are 414, 498, 843 and 664 kilojoule per mole respectively. So you determine the value of del H of the reaction. So I have shown this type of maths. At first you break methane, it will be carbon, and then 4 hydrogen in the 4 sides, then oxygen, double bond oxygen, carbon, double bond oxygen. So you have to break carbon dioxide like this. All of you see that it is carbon dioxide. So carbon valence is 4 in 2 sides, the oxygen will be like this. So you will break carbon dioxide like this way. Then water I have shown in the math. So you determine the value of del H from the reaction. Then I have given describe global warming and greenhouse effect. I have told some points regarding this question. So all of you write it in your homework copy. You must learn the lesson properly. First of all, I have given mathematical problems, then some short question answer. In the previous lecture also there were some question has been given. So all of you must follow the lecture 1, lecture 2 of chapter 8 properly and learn the question and answer, and you must do the homework and submit it to your subject teacher. Okay, thank you everybody.